Hey everyone, it's been a while since I did an update. I seem to be hitting about every 3 weeks, and that's not on purpose. That's just the way it turns out. So you guys know that I had my birthday bash in Vegas, or I think I talked about it. It was amazing. It was amazing. We had 5 days in Vegas at our timeshare with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and we had so much fun. I was in the pool for probably 6 to 8 hours every day. We had a lazy river. We were down in the cabana playing games and just staying busy. And I lost 4 pounds eating more carbs and maintenance than I ever thought I could. Who knew? And I have to admit that I even stressed out a little bit because we had these little tiny cupcakes for vegan cupcakes for my birthday, and they were tiny little cupcakes, I'm telling you, but they did have a sweetener in them that I don't normally use. So I was a little concerned about that. Didn't seem to hurt me. We had Impossible Burgers or Beyond Burgers with all the fixins, with the vegan mayonnaise and the mustard and the ketchup and the tomatoes, pickles, onions, lettuce, and all that stuff. And we had them on onion buns. It was my first time having a gluten product, a wheat product like that. Oh, wow, it was crazy. And I stressed about that. So yeah, I did stress about a few things, but mostly I just enjoyed myself and hung out with everybody and just had a good time and lost 4 pounds. Pretty successful vacation. I'm getting ready to go back the end of June with my granddaughter for her 21st birthday. She's my firstborn grandchild, and she's having her 21st birthday. Her mother, which is my daughter, and me and her are all going to Vegas and staying in the timeshare again. So hopefully I'll have just as good a luck next time. That'll be great. So how is maintenance going, you might be asking? Well, pretty fabulous. Pretty fabulous. Let me just say that. I've managed to hold my weight down since February. I think it was in February something is when I started my maintenance, and I've held my weight down now for several months. I fluctuate like a couple pounds here and a couple pounds there. My weight seems to have settled in really easily. My weight kind of likes being in the 140s to the 150s, and it kind of likes that zone a little bit, kind of bouncing back and forth in there. And I've been okay with it because the amount of food that I'm able to eat and maintain this weight satisfies me. But we have a boot camp going right now, and we're on day 5, and everybody's just kicking it. Let me tell you, they're doing so good. I'm so excited for them. So I'm doing it with them, side by side. We walk this road together. And I feel like my pants are a little looser the last couple of days. I got this morning, I told my husband, I said, I'm feeling a little sucking in. I'm feeling like this boot camp's doing me some good. He's doing it with us, and he said he's feeling like his pants are a little bit looser. So yeah, it's a good thing. Boot camp, I told everybody when we had our Zoom kickoff, boot camp, first of all, it's not for sissies. And second of all, it's not supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be easy, but it also is only as hard as you make it, because we're already doing the low carb vegan thing, which is hard in and of itself. Low carb vegan, if you've lived a standard American diet, is hard at first. Then you kind of get into it, and it's easy. They have a vegan swap for almost every single SAD food out there, right? They even have like this really expensive vegan prime rib steak or something like that. I forgot what it was. Some kind of really fancy steak. I wouldn't pay $40 for 2 little steaks of any kind, real or otherwise. Meat or non-meat. Anyway, but they have, you can get almost anything nowadays, right? So you could totally live a junk food vegan diet your whole life. It's out there, and it's good stuff. Oh, I've had some. It's good stuff. It is really good. So my granddaughter's been staying with me for a few days, and her favorite thing is the Guardian crispy mandarin orange chicken or something like that. Oh my God, she's 7 years old and she loves that stuff, but you can't live on that, not and be healthy. It's got sugar and all kinds of stuff in it, right? Anyway, she loves it. That's cool. Being vegan low carb is an extra special game, and it's not for sissies, because you give up things. You just do. But anybody who's trying to lose a large chunk of weight, and I had over 100 pounds to lose when I started, and anybody who's trying to lose that kind of weight, it's going to be hard anyway, and you're going to have to give up things. Man, every time I see one of those ads, or I see some friend of mine going, oh, I'm going on this new thing, I can eat it, I don't have to give up any foods, I can eat all my favorite things, and I'm still going to lose a pound a day. And I'm like, oh God, really? Never happens, never worse. And even if they do drop any bit of weight in the beginning, they always gain it back. The truth of the matter is that to lose weight, you have to give up stuff. To maintain weight, you have to eat smaller. Smaller people eat smaller food. Larger people eat larger food. And by larger food, I mean larger amounts of food and smaller amounts of food. I'm way smaller than I was a year and a half ago, and I eat way less food than I used to, way less, you know, but I'm satisfied. And that's what you have to kind of, the habits and the changes that you want to make as you're going along. You need to be satisfied, because if you're not satisfied with the food you're eating, the way you're eating, the lifestyle that you're living when you're doing something like this, you will never make it. You just won't. I mean, do you get it? That you have to, it has to become a lifestyle. It has to be as comfortable as putting on your favorite snuggly sweatshirt. Like this is one of my favorite ones, and I'm cold today. I'm chilly. It has to be this snuggy and this comfortable to you, because if it's not, you're not going to continue to do it. Okay, so a perfect example. I've done Weight Watchers more times than both hands, more times than I can count. It's retarded how many times I've done it. Why am I still not living the Weight Watchers lifestyle? Why didn't that work for me? I lost weight on it a couple times. Why am I not still in the middle of that? Because it wasn't a lifestyle that was comfortable for me. It just wasn't. So when I think of all the times I've lost weight and all the diets I've done and all the things I've tried, why am I not still doing any of those? Because they weren't comfortable to me. You have to find what's comfortable to you. And that's going to be different for all of us, but you also have to find something that works, and then you have to figure out how to make it comfortable for you. Does that make sense? See, I knew I had to go low carb. That wasn't even a question. It wasn't like I was having an internal dialogue with myself. Well, low carb might work. Well, low carb might be your answer. No, I knew that low carb was my answer, because even when I was on the sad American diet, even back then, carbs were not my friends. So I knew that going low carb was just kind of going to be where it was at for me, and I wasn't really going to have a whole choice about that. Then I had to figure out how to make that comfortable for me, how to make that a lifelong commitment, how to make it a fit. How can I make it fit? Because I still want to go to barbecues with my families. I want to go to functions. I want to hang out. I want to go to the Taste of Tacoma with my husband. I want to go to concerts. I want to go do things. And because I still want a life and I want to do things with people, and I actually do more now than I did before, I had to make it comfortable for me. I had to make it fit the life that I wanted to live. And I actively worked on that as I was losing the weight and going down. I was working on that lifestyle, how to make that a lifestyle that worked for me and fit for me, because I think that's important. It's so important. I mean, whether it was things as simple as making sure that if we went to an event, I made a big, huge broccoli salad with everything that I wanted in it, and I made it big enough to share, but really big enough for me to be full at the event and have a good time if I was hungry and led in that direction. So simple things like that would make it work for me. I didn't really struggle a whole lot with the food side of things, and I don't really know why that was, but I just didn't seem to really struggle that much. It was almost like I was like casting off demons. Okay, that just sounds weird, right? But I feel that way sometimes, like I was like getting rid of stuff because I was like, I don't need this crap no more. It was like all that stuff that was manacled to me at one time. It's almost like I just was and threw off the chains, frolicking down the road, right? Dang, I wish I could have found something that worked for me like this does. But I'm telling you, nothing was working as easy as it was when I added in those powerful greens, lemon, and the avocados. And I just got to tell somebody this today. I swear to God, the more avocados I ate, the more and the faster I lost weight. Weird, right? You would think that if I backed off of the fat from the avocado, I would lose weight. But no, it didn't. It slowed my weight down. When I actually hit maintenance, I actually had to move back on my avocado so that I could slow that weight down. It was like putting the brakes on. I can still eat 1 to 2 avocados a day, and I usually eat about 1. But for a while, I was eating 3 or 4 to get the satiety that I needed from doing the low carb thing and pouring off the weight. I could not believe it. But at the same time, what got rid of my hunger, my need to feed, that constant urge to be eating, was eating so many greens and making sure they're well squeezed with the lemon juice or lime. You can use lime juice, but I prefer lemon. Tons of lemon juice on there, because the lemon juice, you just need to trust me that you need it with the greens, okay? I don't always explain it perfectly, but I'm telling you, they go together and it works together. The power of the greens took away that insatiable appetite. It just calmed me down. It calmed down that voice in my head, and it made everything so much easier and so much better. And here I am, months and months into maintenance. I've never been in maintenance. Weird, right? I've lost weight, bam, hit the bottom and bounced and went back up. But I've never lost weight. That's never happened. That's never happened. My husband is getting as much of a tickle delight out of it as I am, because he's constantly going, wow, you're doing it. Look at you. You're still there. You're there. It's working. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how good it's working. And it's crazy. It's crazy to think that after all these years, I finally found it. I finally found what it was going to take, to be my little magic bullet, as they say. I hope my number one hope, wish, prayer, whatever you want to call it right now, is that everybody in my boot camp right now has exactly the same luck that I had, and that we have 15 more people out here running around spreading the word, because it's magic. It's magical. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I just wanted to pop in here, do a quick check-in, let you know I'm still around, still in maintenance, still hanging in. All right.